On Netanyahu's visit to Paris, we can bring in Ofer Bronchtein, president of the International Center for Peace in the Middle East. Thank you very much for speaking to us on the program this evening.
Good evening.
Now, Benjamin Netanyahu's visit to Paris comes just days after Donald Trump declared Jerusalem the capital of Israel. He's not going to be getting any similar declaration when he comes to Paris, is he?
I don't know what exactly President Macron is going to tell him tomorrow. President Macron already expressed his disagreement with the American declaration. What I witnessed so far is that President Trump accomplished few interesting things. First of all, he brought together the Arab and the Muslim world that was completely torn apart and in conflict for the last years. Now they're all together. He brought to the international attention the Palestinian issue, which was forgotten in the last few years. He took attention away from the corruption case that Prime Minister Netanyahu and himself are involved in. So it's what he, in my point of view, accomplished so far. If his declaration is part of a peace plan that the American has, it was not the right way to put it on the table. If its declaration is to say that West Jerusalem is and will be the capital of Israel, and it is de facto already, and East Jerusalem will be the capital of the future state of Palestine, perfect, it's in the right direction. But so far, we don't know out of the blue what this declaration came. What we know is that it's encouraging extremist and fundamentalist organization to call for violence, and I hope not, but maybe to act violently, which will be completely counterproductive. When it came to President Macron, I hope that President Macron will tell Prime Minister Netanyahu tomorrow that Europe is planning to play a role. It's not normal that Europe has an important economical role. It's the most important partner for Israel and for the Palestinian Authority on the economical level, and doesn't have a political leverage.
How are Israelis in Israel reacting to Donald Trump's move to shift the embassy, declare Jerusalem the capital? What are they saying? Is this the end of potential peace in the region?
If this declaration means that all Jerusalem, what is right and the extreme right in Israel are calling the unified Jerusalem, it's what he meant, which we don't know exactly what President Trump means usually, but if it's what he meant, it will be very problematic for the future of possible peace between Israel and its neighbor. But if he meant only West Jerusalem, de facto already it was the capital of Israel. The government is in Jerusalem, the parliament is in Jerusalem, everybody that goes to an official visit in Israel goes to Jerusalem, so de facto it was West Jerusalem. You know what, 4 days ago, it was not a preoccupation for the Israeli, it was not a preoccupation for the Palestinian. It came out of the blue. So now it's creating tension that was not needed in the region at this point.
Now, Mahmoud Abbas says he will not be sitting down with Mike Pence when he comes to town later this month. Where does that leave the Americans at the table for a lasting, peaceful solution in the Middle East?
So far, as I said before, the Americans are being discredited from being a fair player, as they were so far between the Israeli and Palestinian, as being a fair player in the Middle East. And we saw in the last few years they were absent. The Russian and other countries took over the situation, and the Americans were absent. So they're disqualifying themselves of being a fair negotiator and player between the Israeli and the Palestinian. The Vice President of the United States is becoming a persona non grata. This is unprecedented. So if they won't change their position immediately, they will be disqualified, and it's why I'm calling upon France, which is a country that is leading with Germany, the European Union, to take to enter in this vacuum that is being created by the American, to take the lead and to bring back Israel and the Palestinians to the table of negotiation and to a lasting peace in the Middle East. We need it.
Thank you very much for your analysis,
Thank you very much.
Ofer Bronchtein, this evening. Thank you. Now, Arab